There are so many people that are working all day long doing something that is deeply unsatisfying and almost painful, soul killing. They're stuck in traffic all day, and then they're stuck in a cubicle after that. They relish the time to take a shit in the bathroom and look at their phone. I mean, they literally do that. That's a highlight of someone's day.
Let me ask you a question. Are you living the life you've always dreamed of? Or are you stuck in a cycle of working for someone else, chasing weekends, and praying for vacations? It's time to wake up.
What do you say if a guy was working a 9 to 5, married to a woman, had a couple of kids, going his 2 or 3 holidays a year, and he said to you he was happy?
I'd say congratulations. I would genuinely say congratulations. If you're happy with that, and I know that's like a pretty normal setup. If you're happy with that, absolutely congratulations, and I don't look down on you. That's perfectly fine. But some men are just not born that way. Some men are born with something else inside of them, with a fire inside of them, which cannot be extinguished by beans on toast, TV at night, 9 to 5, sitting around with your wife. Some men are not. Some men are not satisfied with that. I know me as an individual, I could not be satisfied with that. I remember walking to sixth form college. I was 16 or 17 with my 4 friends, and a Ferrari burnt past us. I said to my boys, I was like, man, how'd that guy get that car? And they're like, don't know. I was like, doesn't that annoy you? Like, why would it annoy me? Because we're going to school, our parents are on council estates. Like we're trying to scrape 20 pounds a week to eat. This dude has 400 grand for a car. Doesn't that aggravate you? Doesn't that show you that there's something about the world you do not understand? That you're missing something? And they're all like, not really. And they're all the dudes who are right now at home, 9 to 5. I was never that guy. I was pissed off for weeks because I saw some dude in his Ferrari. Do you understand? I was like, no, I have to. So now when I push my Ferrari, I'm like, this is the full circle.
If you work for a corporation, they have very strict rules that they'd like you to follow. There's behavior rules, there's language rules, there's dress rules, there's, rules about the time you're supposed to be there and the amount of work you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to take home and what's required of you. People are conditioned to have someone tell them what they can and can't do. And then they get off on Friday and they can't wait to get drunk. And that's part of why they want to get drunk, is they want to escape. They want to escape this grind of a world.
The 9 to 5 isn't just a job. It's a trap, a system designed to keep you working harder, but never truly free. But here's the truth. You don't have to stay stuck. Today, I'm not just going to talk about why you need to escape. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So, if you're ready to take back your time, your freedom, and your life, buckle up. This is your blueprint to escape the matrix and live the life on your terms.
A person who can become autonomous, a person who can have their own job where it's their business or it's their product that they're selling or their art that they're selling, or there's something where you can be self-sufficient. That is the biggest freedom that a person can have in this culture. And most people don't have that.
Why you are trapped. Let's start with the hard truth. The 9 to 5 isn't just about earning a paycheck. It's about control. Think about it. You trade your time, the most valuable resource you have, for money. But the money you earn is just enough to cover bill, rent, and maybe a small treat now and then. You are told to work harder, get promotion, and save for retirement. But by the time you hit retirement, what's left? Time to finally live your life? A system is set up so you stay dependent. They want you focused on climbing the corporate ladder, not realizing that the ladder is leaning against the wrong wall. And let's be real, how many of us were taught to question this system? In school, you are prepared for jobs, not freedom. We are conditioned to believe that stability comes from a paycheck, even if that paycheck comes at the cost of our dreams.
It's never been easier to have a website either. So with companies like Squarespace, you could develop a website. They have these drag and drop user interfaces. You use photos, you drag them onto there, size it in place, boom. Next thing you know, you've got a website.
The real cost of 9 to 5. This isn't just about money, it's about time. The average person spends over 90,000 hours of their life working. That's the time you could spend with your family, pursuing passion, or exploring the world. And let's not forget the mental toll, burnout, stress, and the constant feeling of, is this all there is? If you ever felt that way, you are not alone. Millions feel it, but few take the steps to change. Why? Because the system is designed to make you believe that there is no alternative. But trust me, there is.
You have an apartment you have to pay for. You have a car you leased. You have a wife that you have to feed. You have a child you have to raise. You have your mortgage. You have your this. You have your that. And that's where it all comes from. The way you can change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And then you have to have a plan. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever shit job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that you fucked up and you got yourself stuck. So whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it. If you're going to try to be an author and you're working 8 hours a day, plus commuting, plus family responsibilities, or whatever else you have, whatever time that you have to attack like you're trying to save the world. You're trying to save your life. You don't want to drown. That 1.5 hours a day that you have to write, God damn, you better be caffeinated and motivated. You got to go. You got to get after it. And you got to have discipline. Most people don't have those things. Most people don't understand what it's like to really go for something and to know that the consequences of not doing that are horrific.
The freedom mindset. Before we talk about strategies, let's address the foundation. Mindset. Because the truth is, you cannot escape the 9 to 5 until you believe it's possible. Success isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter. The goal isn't to put in more hours. It's to create a life where your time is your own. Imagine this. What if you could wake up every morning and decide how to spend your day? What if your income wasn't tied to hours work, but to systems you've built? This is the freedom mindset. It's about shifting from thinking like an employee to thinking like a creator. Measuring success by freedom, not business. Seeing failure as a lesson, not a destination. The biggest prison isn't your job, it's your beliefs. And breaking free starts with reprogramming how you see success. Your strategies to break free. 1. Automate and delegate everything you can. Most of us spend our days doing tasks that don't truly matter. If it doesn't add value or move the needle, it's time to automate or delegate. Ask yourself, is this worth your time? If not, it's time to let someone or something else handle it. 2. Build income streams that work without you. This is where the magic happens. To escape the 9 to 5, you need to create income streams that don't require your constant effort. Here are 3 examples. Digital product. Write an ebook, create an online course, or sell template. Once it's made, it generates income with minimal upkeep. Investing. Put your money to work. Stocks, real estate, or even cryptocurrency can create passive income. Affiliate marketing. Recommend your product you believe in and earn commission. It's simple, scalable, and can be done from anywhere. 3. Embrace mini retirement. Take regular breaks to reset. Why wait until you are 65 to enjoy life? Schedule mini retirement. Time to travel, learn, or simply relax. These breaks help you stay focused and remind you why you are working toward freedom in the first place. 4. Breakthrough from location-based work. Challenge the idea of location-based work. The internet has made it possible to work from anywhere, whether it's freelancing, remote work, or running an online business. You are no longer tied to an office. Ask yourself, why you work in one place when the world is your playground? Redefine what work means, and you will redefine your life.
Because I refuse to comply with just the average, this is okay, you'll be happy with this, take it. I remember walking to sixth form college, I was 16 or 17 with my 4 friends, and a Ferrari burnt past us. I said to my boys, I was like, man, how'd that guy get that car? And they're like, don't know. I was like, doesn't that annoy you? Like, why would it annoy me? Because we're going to school, our parents are on council estates. Like, we're trying to scrape 20 pounds a week to eat. This dude has 400 grand for a car. Doesn't that aggravate you? Doesn't that show you that there's something about the world you do not understand? That you're missing something? And they're all like, not really. And they're all the dudes who are right now at home, 9 to 5. Da, da, da. I was never that guy. I was pissed off for weeks because I saw some dude in his Ferrari. Do you understand? I was like, no, I have to. So now when I push my Ferrari, I'm like, this is the full circle.
Breaking limiting beliefs. The biggest obstacle to freedom isn't external, it's internal. You've been told stability comes from a traditional job, but true stability comes from diversifying your income and taking control of your time. You've been taught failure is bad, but failure is a stepping stone to success. Every great entrepreneur and creator has failed more times than they can count. Here's a question. What's the worst that could happen if you tried? Now, what's the cost if you don't? The truth is, staying in the 9 to 5 because of fear is guaranteed path to regret. Don't let limiting beliefs keep you from the life you deserve. Action steps to start today. Let's bring this full circle. How do you begin? Here is your roadmap. 1. Audit your life. Take a look at your current situation. Where is your time going? What's holding you back? 2. Start small. Launch a side hustle or explore remote work options. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just take the first step. 3. Learn continuously. Invest in skills that will set you apart, like marketing, sales, or content creation. 4. Network. Surround yourself with people who have done what you want to do. This insight and support will be invaluable. 5. Set clear goals. Define what freedom looks like for you and make a plan to get there. The system isn't going to change, but you can. You don't have to settle for a life of clocking in and out, waiting for the weekend, or dreaming of retirement. Start taking control of your life today. Hit that like button if this video inspired you. Subscribe for more actionable content and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Now tell me in the comments, what does freedom mean to you? Let's start building a movement of people who refuse to settle for anything less. Thanks for watching.